Obviously. On the eternal decree. Our brave adventurers made their way through what seemed like a very interesting turn of events. After the mist had overtaken them and they had gone into what they now realize was them past selves in the form of family members that were so highly established in this world that they were literally called the Sovereign. They were at a gala that most of them enjoyed, bar one, who thought they were the most important person in the room. It was after they had come out of this, what seemed like a vision, that they started realizing there was some other things at play. When they looked in the mirrors, they saw other people looking back at them. People that they now realized they were living inside of for a brief moment. These are echoes of a realm that they have never seen nor have they passed to. These are the people from the mirrors. But now we find ourselves in the control room of the Ethel Prime, where the two artificers had formulated a key and plugged the system back online. We start the session as the city comes to life, hearing the buzzing and whining of all of the machines as the city sort of seems like it's taking its first breath. Right next to the control panel where they had tightened in the key that they had fashioned, there is a dusty file lying there. So it is either going to be Archive or Gunther that picks up this file, but it is one of you. You guys can decide. But other than that, the floor is yours.
I would think at the time when all of this is happening, like, just astonished at everything that's happening around. So he's not even going to notice the file.
So,
Pages in the room.
so Gunther would be looking around, looking at all the mechanisms, looking at what's firing up as certain parts of the city are firing up. So he may or may not have noticed the file on the table.
This is what you guys would see as the city comes to life.
Don't forget to stream.
I won't forget to show stream.
I'll be standing on this like balcony.
So that is the view from the control room that I can see out of the control room.
Archive will like just look at the area and be there like, what happened to this place? In that thing we saw, the city was so vibrant and so alive. How does a town or a city as magnificent as this turn to that?
Mistakes.
By who? Our ancestors?
Either by them or their peers.
Wonder if everything that's happening is just a sign that more is to come. If what they said is true, that the other vaults are off, this means that this is happening to everywhere else. And that also means that the mist is there as well. We need to stop this.
as you are saying that, Archive, you feel this the rhythm of the city sort of like it starts echoing with you. The vibrations of your core is vibrating with the city, and that is when you get this moment where your eyes sort of start lighting up with this like red text that comes down, and you get a thing that says system update. Your vision, everything flickers, and all of a sudden it shows population 1.5 million, and then the number goes population 0, and it shows the update time was 1,000 years ago. That is when the update was created.
I just like, while I'm standing there and this is going by, I just like, immediately when I see that, I'm like, Gunther, is everyone around here?
We are all here.
There were 1.5 million souls that were here. All of them are gone. All of this happened 1,000 years ago. This happened the same time. Wait. And with that, Archive is going to go ahead and start looking through his memories again. He wants to find out the very last date that he can remember where he was active and tie that into the date that's on the previous system update.
So, do a history check for me.
Okay. Where's my dice? There you are.
While he's doing that, overlay on has
But your mic is not coming through at all.
okay.
Cutting out horribly.
The stream.
Yeah.
Just go have a look because me and you are being cut off. It's a little bit distorted. I'm not sure why.
On the stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
the screen is like not part of
It's not
part of your
centered
the screen
or-
is.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm a little bit far away from
If we go and
because
do.
me and you are being cut off. It's a little bit distorted. I'm not sure why.
How rude. On the stream.
Oh,
And remember that
now
you
I'm
put
hearing
your-
myself.
you might
No,
put your
stop it.
memory-
Why did it do that?
DM, would Order Archive be pulling memories from Order now as well for this check?
He would be pulling memories from the city for this check.
okay. I'll just wait for you to be ready and then I'll tell you.
Okay,
I need to open up my character sheet as well.
that's fine.
Right. History check, right?
Yeah.
History. I got a dirty 20. 15 plus 5.
Dirty 20. So you're standing there, computing, going back into your archives, and eventually you get to an update that says Order Frame 1. And as you go into the update, you have a video that plays. And the video starts playing and you see Order Frame sitting in the chair with his chest open.
Okay, immediately when that happens, I'm going to go ahead and try and cast Prestidigitation to try and see if I can make like a pseudo version of it to actually have the images play out for everybody to see in the video.
Cool.
Could I
So
do that?
all of you guys see a hologram of what Archive is seeing. And as this is going on, you see Archive's chest open, and you see Valencia walking in, and she's busy talking to somebody, but this is now from another perspective, like another camera that was looking at Order Frame. And there's two people talking. You hear Valencia's voice. All of you would hear it. The weirdest thing is the way I'm going to explain it, this is like repo. So all that Archive is doing is just have his head back, mouth open, the sounds are just coming out of it. It's really funny to see. But as you guys are standing there, the sounds come in, you hear Valencia's voice, and then you hear somebody else's voice speak. A female voice that all of you recognize as the person who you guys see in the mirror with Gunther. And you hear her say, "Are you sure about this order? Are you sure?" And Order's last words were, "For him to live, I must go." And you see Valencia is the one that actually sticks her hand in and pulls the core out. And the camera then follows her as you see yourself lying on a table, Archive. The core drops into you, and as it drops in, you see the blue shoot across your body as you light up for the first time 997 years ago.
Does that tie in with the time for the last update of the city when it still said there was 1.5 million people?
Nope.
Okay. When that happens, then afterwards I'll go ahead and continue with the prestidigitation, and I'll show the text as well to everybody. And I'm like, 1.5 million people. That was the last recorded amount, and now there's none.
Did they die or were they moved?
I don't know.
I feel like there would be evidence if they were all dead.
At this
There's a lot of bodies to hide.
At this point, Valencia walks in, and she says to all of you, "They didn't die. They became part of the city. They turned to stone."
Closes the video, turns to her. You were there. You were there when all of this happened. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Why didn't you tell me that I was connected to this place?
Why didn't you turn stone?
I wish I knew. And to answer your question, Order asked me not to. He wanted you to experience this world differently than he did.
Is that what
You
happened
said-
to our ancestors? Or did they make it out of this?
No, your ancestors. And she walks over to that very file that was lying on the next to the console, and she opens it and sort of throws it on the table in front of you guys, and she says, "I don't know who it is, but somebody scratched off all the names. And when you guys look at the file, you see all of the sovereigns' names on there with scratch marks through it. But the scratch marks were almost, it was like it was being dug out. Bar one name. The name right at the bottom of the list. Silas."
I look at Valencia and I'm like, well, whose name is this? The last one that's not scratched.
She looks at you and she's like, he was a part of the Sovereign, but he was working in the Fae a lot. He hardly came to this part of the world. And when the event happened, he came to give aid, but by then it was too late. He was the last standing.
He's not related to one of us then, like the rest.
Or his ancestor is missing his descendant from this group.
From all records that we have, no, there was no ancestor. He never got the opportunity. He has been missing since the city shut down.
Valencia,
Yes.
are the people still here in the city?
You are more than welcome to
Those
go
who
see.
turned to stone.
But yes, they are still in the city.
Do you mean as stone people?
Well, they were very difficult to move, so yes, as stone people.
That's a bit misleading to what Bertha was asking.
No, that is what I was